Girls, and just the other day I asked you if you want me to explain what is a RAW file. When you take your pictures with your camera, it usually come in a format that is GPGA. I think it's how it says, GPGA. And that means that the camera already processed part of the information of your photo. Remember the old cameras with the film roll like this? So you had to take this to the laboratory and they developed the photo with the liquids and machines and sunlights and that. But that is what your camera do automatically when you take your photo and it comes in GPGA. So when you have the raw file, you have this after go to the laboratory, so you can become the laboratory and you can recover a lot of information that when you have the GPGA file is lost. So check your camera instructions, and if you see that you have that option, you can do a lot of things with the photo. So for example, this is a raw file photo I took in Iceland, and it can become this. I didn't tweak it, okay? I just put it in the laboratory. So from this, I have this. You see all the clouds that were lost here, you can almost not see them, and all these herbs, grass, and the rocks here were too dark. So before tweak the photo, I didn't twist it. I didn't move the colors or that. I just work with the original information. This is more similar to what my eye was seeing when I was there, but with the GPGA you will get something like this. But if you have the RAW, in my case it's called NIF because Nikon call it NIF, you can control it and you can develop like if you were the laboratory. So I will show you what I mean. I put it in this program. This is Camera Raw, and the first thing I usually do is to correct the lens aberrations. All lenses, almost all lenses have a curve that make your photos not as flat as they will be. So I have to check that. You see a little difference that is like it someone is catching it from the sides and straight it just a little because this lens is not too curved. So now I can correct the exposition. The light was not the best because it was November, so we only had 3 or 4 hours of sunlight, and almost a day was cloudy that week. We have just a few moments of sun, but I was in some kind of cave that you can go walking here behind the waterfall, and so it was pretty dark here. But your brain, when you are there, adapt your eyes so you can see better what is here. But your camera, it seems your camera cannot capture that, but it can. If you have the raw format, the information is there in the file. So I will move the exposition, but I don't. What I want to recover first is here. The sky is too light, so I will move the exposition just a little here. You see? And now I have more clouds. And now I move the contrast just a little because I like to work with contrast right away in Photoshop. but I will also move the lights to make it a little bit darker. And now I'm going to move the shadows, and you will see what is hidden here with the shadows. Look at this. Oh, you can see the rocks and you can see the grass and also the water falling here. And I can still move it a little more with this black. So I make the dark tones less dark. And I can move also a little intensity of the colors or saturation of the colors, but I don't usually move this because I like to move it in Photoshop. So for now, the photo is not tweaked, as Phoebe says. Um, I say that because I learned that word from you, Phoebe. So now I will open the image and work with it in Photoshop. And here I will move some things, or add more light or more contrast or more color. But that is basically what you can do with a raw file. You can recover all the information that was lost in a JPG file. So for the last time, I'll show you the original and what I got. You see, it's quite a difference. So that's all, girls. If you have the raw format in your camera, learn how to use it, how to develop it in your computer, and I think it's pretty useful. I hope you understand and the explanation, and if you have any doubt, just ask me. If you want, I will do my best to try to explain whatever doubt you have. That's all. Bye, girls.